Welcome to the channel if you're into fine wines. Today's video is a must watch. We're going to be talking about the complete Bordeaux vintage guide by Neil Martin, one of the most respected voices in the wine world. Whether you're a serious collector, trade buyer or just Bordeaux curious, this guide is the closest thing to a vintage Bible you will find. Neil Martin is a British wine critic, writer and author, the best known for his deep and nuanced understanding of Bordeaux. Neil spends over a decade at Robert Parker's Wine Advocate, covering Bordeaux and premier campaigns, vertical tasting, historic library releases. Today, he writes for Venus magazine alongside Antonio Galloni, continuing to deliver some of the most detailed and independent vintage commentary in the business. In my opinion, what sets Neil apart is that he is not just about scores. His reviews are smart, often witty and filled with historical and cultural context. Like this one, upheaval of Second World War was in the rearview mirror and yet is, after reflect, continued to ripple through daily life. Post-war countries could only gradually rebuild their shattered and mostly debt-ridden economies. Rotation books were still being used at the beginning of the decade across Britain and in other countries. Complete Bordeaux Guide is a complex book covering 150 vintages of Bordeaux from 1870 to 2020, each broken down year by year with commentary on history of Bordeaux, including growing season and weather conditions, harvest timing and yield, which influence vintage character, whether the wine is ripe, structured, early drinking, providing you with left bank versus right bank, highlighting the differences and standouts coming likes of Pauillac, Pomerol, Saint-Emilion, which makes it extremely valuable. And there is a fun bit. Each vintage also comes with cultural snapshot, film, global event and song that define the year, which brings the whole new dimension to vintage context. Mine is 1981. Let's have a read. So, there we are. Movie, film, Mad Max 2, the original one with Mel Gibson by George Miller. That was 1981. Can you believe it? Event, Lady Diana Spencer marries Prince Charles, and music was Ghost Town, the specials. So, how do you actually use this guide? It will help you with buying wine, especially with older vintages in mind. It helps you to choose years that are drinking beautifully right now or ones that are worth cellaring. It will give you price insights. Some vintages are undervalued, others are overpriced. Neil helps you to separate the hype from hidden gems and perhaps the most important, testing context. Planning a vertical tasting, hosting a Bordeaux dinner, use this guide for quick, meaningful insight before pulling the cork. In this book, I like best blend of the expert depth, transparency and passion for the region. He doesn't just tell you what to drink, he helps you understand why the vintage matters. Whether you are building a cellar or simply planning your next bottle, this is the guy you want to bookmark, revisit and rely on. I believe this is a worthy addition to your wine library. You can find a complete Bordeaux vintage guide by Neil Martin on Amazon for £25, approximately $33 in USA. Let me know what's your favorite Bordeaux vintage or most surprising one you have tasted. Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with someone who loves Bordeaux. Cheers and see you in the next one.